Eating cheese.
Okay.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Eating cheese.
Very professional. Excellent.
It's not went live yet.
No, just hit the button now. We just did that test. So
Can I
yes,
unhold now?
We're back live. So we had a sound issue on the stream. Sorry about that for anyone who's watching the campaign. Really important stuff happened while you couldn't hear anything. Back to our GM.
Okay, so Rorik was questioning Roderick on the docks. Had you finished? Was there more you wanted?
Yeah, that was it. As I said, I was walking away,
so
trying to
Bayor,
brush off the thing of shadows and stuff.
Do you want to question him for anything, or?
I was presuming that I was heading back to.
Oh, okay. So
Ladies,
Rorik was by himself. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was going to head there
back.
myself.
So Bayor, on your way back, you actually notice a column of well-provisioned troops moving through the city quite fast. People are jumping out of the way. Some people are being knocked over if they don't get out of the way fast enough. And they're heading, like I say, they're heading through the city quite quickly. They seem to be, to your trained eye, quite well provisioned.
Yeah. They're heading south towards the. Are they going down the main street or?
Yeah, from the bridge over the river. They're heading straight down that street southwards. And Gerard says, "Oh, they're leaving."
It would appear so.
He says,
they're heading in the direction we will be heading.
They've been getting ready all morning, he says.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
How many men?
15. He says, everyone at the castle's been, the palace has been gossiping about it because it seems to all the best men are being sent away for something.
Special mission.
Yeah. Something for the Emperor, apparently.
Oh, no doubt. Well, perhaps we'll encounter them later. Come on.
Okay, and he'll follow on after you. Valen, you've disappeared into the city for a few hours.
On my way back, heading back towards where we're set up, Cressida's place, house. I'm going to head into the. I'm going to basically head towards whoever is the best Borough and Fletcher in town, and see what they have to offer.
You've headed out in the same sort of general direction then as Bayor and Rorik did originally. All the weaponries appear to be out in that direction, and there's Fletchers out there, quite renowned for their skill. What they actually do is they actually will do the feathers on the back of the arrow in the colours of the houses of the people.
Okay. I also want someone who makes pretty decent bows as well.
Yeah, you can get all that there.
So, so I'll go in and see what they've got. I want to pretty much see what sort of the best bow they have floating around, what they got to offer.
Got long bows, there's long bows, hunting bows.
Yeah, long bows.
Crossbows.
No, long bows.
Yeah, there's several long bows there of a varying quality.
Yeah, I want to know the best.
And do you want extra strings with that?
I do want extra string, but I want to know what makes it the best.
The wood, the skill of the man making it.
I'll have a look at it. I mean, I know my longbows. I mean, I'm proficient with them, so I do know my longbows when I look at them. So, does this look like a particularly good one?
Yes,
good one that looks better. Anyway,
it it looks quite good. He says that this
Doesn't
man
sound-
that makes this selects the wood for the bow himself. He goes
Right.
out and he
Rather than
he
going
makes,
to wholesale and picking it up from somewhere else, you mean?
yeah, and he makes it all start to finish himself. He said this is a very skilled artisan. He is extremely professional in what he does, and it is a really nice polished bow.
Is there any better bows around? I look around, have a look on walls and above desks, and if there's anything that.
No, you can't see anything better. This is the best bow. You do,
Okay.
however, see there are cheaper bows and there are bows that are, but they're all good quality. There's nothing rubbish here.
But this definitely
Even-
looks like the
even
best
the
one of a lot.
Sorry?
This one looks like the best one of a lot.
This one looks like the best one of the lot.
Okay, how much is this one then?
He says, that is a very particular bow. He says that is going to be, that is going to be 400 gold pieces.
400. Okay.
It's a very uncommon weapon, that. That if you think you can draw it, it's got an extremely strong loading on it.
Okay then. I'll have a go at drawing it. Just
Okay, can you if you roll me an attack roll with your bow?
Okay, what is my bow? Right. So as good as moment. Oh, wait. Ooh, 16.
16. Okay, you can draw it, but it is a real heavy bow.
Yeah,
I think that arrow is going to go a long way with a lot of force.
okay, I'll say, well, I'll take the bow. I'll also take some spare strings. Arrows. Good quality arrow. Black Fletchers, if I can. 40 of them.
Black Fletchers, he says, that's more common than you would believe. He says, yes, we can do
Right.
those.
Okay. Okay, and however, I'll have a little look around, see if anything else, any particularly nice quivers appear, better quality than my own.
Yeah, there's quivers there. There's some like deer hide quivers that are quite nice with nice pattern on them as well.
How does the seal work if I want to go to numerous places and buy stuff?
Yeah, you can buy stuff anywhere you want. You just show them the seal, and then the bill.
Oh, they just write it down on a bit of paper and send it. Okay, right. I'll say, well, I'll take these and I'll show them the seal, and I'll go and the royal household is paying.
Certainly, sir. Certainly, I understand. Happens all the time.
Excellent. Good to hear. And where do you recommend is a good blacksmith, an armourer?
Oh, you want to go up the street, turn right, and there's a whole line of them. He said on the left-hand side. They're all very good.
And alchemists?
Alchemists, you need to head back into the city. You need to go to the bazaar for alchemists.
Okay. Right. Thanks a lot. I'll leave and I'll head to whatever. If a bazaar is going away from where I'm headed, I'll go there first and then come back to the blacksmith. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll head to the alchemist to make some choices.
Yeah, okay,
I want to know about healing potions.
Healing potions. There are a number of options when you go for healing potions. What exactly is it you're trying to heal?
Sort of injuries, war injuries more than anything, battlefield injuries.
Oh, right. Okay, you want more of a poultice then?
Yeah, whatever you think is best for those sort of things. I'm quite happy to.
Do you need to keep it for a long period, or is it used right away?
No, it'll be something that I'll need to store.
Okay. So he wanders off in the back. He comes back and he has some options for you, ranging from 10 to 50 gold pieces. He said,
Okay.
Gold pieces stuff. He said this is guaranteed to work on anybody.
Oh, right, excellent. I'll take 5 of the 50 gold pieces, then, please.
Oh, thank you very much. I think I might shut early today. He says.
And whatever else, I may have a look around and see what else I can find. And I'll just pay for the lot with the seal, of course.
Okay.
And then I'll head back to the blacksmiths.
Okay, let's go and back out across town again. So this is
Yep.
quite a lot of to and fro for you. Okay.
It's all right. That's my last place anyway. The last one.
As you're walking through the town, actually, as you walk out of the bazaar, you happen to notice next to the exit from the bazaar is a guy in quite a colourful long coat. He's got a wagon next to him, and he's got a staff, and he's trying to drum up some business. He stops you with his stick, and he says, "Sir, would you like to have a look at this?" He says, "It's a wonder." He says, "It's a troll's head."
What makes you think I'd want a troll's head?
It's
Must
not
be quite
wanted,
large,
sir.
I think.
Just have a look. He says, "This is a rarity. This is something to view, something to tell your friends about."
Okay. I'm going to basically look him up and down a bit, and so I'm gonna try perception on him.
Okay.
I'm also going to say to him in extremely long terms, right? I'm going to say to him, "Okay, my good man, I will look at your troll's head, but do not dilly-dally and do not waste my time, but I will look, and hopefully together we will come to some mutual agreement on the greatness of this troll's head." This is basically my way of doing thieves' camp.
Okay.
Basically, it's the same basic, simple, very long. Well, that's how it's described in the books.
He
My perception was 16, by the way.
Okay. He doesn't seem to understand your thieves' cant.
Right. Okay. So he's not in that way inclined.
You seem to think he's just a normal street hawker.
All right. Well,
He says for a few coppers. He said, "Quick, up into the wagon. It's inside." He says.
I go, "Look, keep your troll's head. I'm not really interested. I've seen them before, both on and off trolls. But take this. I'll pass with 5 gold coins."
5. Thank you very much. He says. I'm right.
Have a good day.
And he sort of. That's really his ultimate goal. He sort of like packs up. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to make money. So that's it. Now he's off.
Yeah, I presume that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna head to the blacksmith.
Back to the blacksmith. Okay.
And I basically want to obtain. My log saw's looking a bit nicked and a bit sort of scratched. Have you got anything? What's your best longsword in the building?
The best longsword in the building. He says it's this one. He says he brings down a sword. It's got a really nice shape to it. It's really well balanced. There's a blood groove down the center of it. It's got a gold metal handle with some filigree.
Okay.
And a fairly big pummel.
Does it look pretty good? Again, I'm proficient with longswords, so
It looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. This is well made. He said, "This is well made." It was owned by a knight.
Yeah, well, they often are.
It's not new. He said, "That's what I'm saying."
Oh, it's not new, so it's a second-hand sword. So
But you won't find a better sword around. He says.
I'll have a quick glance around and see if I can see a better sword.
Okay. No, you don't find a better sword.
Okay. How much is it?
This is going to be. He says, "This is something quite special. This is going to be 525 gold pieces."
Oh, I'll take it. I'll also take. Have you got any? I'm looking for a decent quality dagger and something possibly in silver, if you've got it, or even edged in silver would be just as well.
Afraid not. So I mean, silver. No, I mean it doesn't really make good weapons. Steel. That's what you want. Silver. What do you?
Well, no, I was thinking more about
cutlery.
For my own purposes. But no, I'll grab whatever decent quality dagger he goes, a good quality dagger. If he's got one of those, I'll grab one of them.
Yeah, you got a dagger as well.
Okay, Brent. I'll take both of those and I'll send them to Seal. So they're paying up with own powers.
Okay.
And I think this is quite handy. I like this. Seal. Where's can I go? Horses. We need some horses.
See, there's no bartering going on, so it's not your own money, is it?
No, of course there isn't. I'm not going to barter. I don't need to.
The cat's the only one that's actually paid for anything.
I don't know if I paid or shook off.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take those. I can't think of anything else we need. We have got horses, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay. We've got everything else we need, I think. Can't think of anything.
Preston's got horses back at the house.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything in particular we need desperately, but I don't think there is. Okay, I'll head back to the house then.
Okay, so as you all head back to the house after quite a shopping spree and quite a dent in her bank account, you sort of meet up down the street from the house, and as you would walk up the street to the house, you can notice the gates of the compound are wide open.
Actually, the moment we meet up, I'm going to pass. No, I know character names. Hang on, I've got them written down. Vaylin, I'm just going to thrust a quiver of arrows into your chest and say, don't waste them, they're magical.
Well, thank you very much.
They are.
Right, just so we can clarify that, when you say you're about to thrust a bunch of arrows into his chest,
yes, take
Presumably in the quiver and not
damage.
stabbing.
They are +1 arrows.
Yeah, in Simba, that's called arrow jack.
I was going to ask actually, Phil, if those embraces sort of either boosted my AC a bit or did something else.
Yeah, +1.
Show. +1 what?
AC.
Okay, fabulous.
$150 damage.
No, that's referring to Dungeon Master's Guide.
Wow, 150 damage. That's
I
quite...
thought that meant damage as well. Damn it, woman.
It's +1 to hit.
If you're giving him arrows that do 150 damage, I'll have 2, please.
Damn, I rolled a 1. That's 151 damage.
It's +1 to hit.
Go on the
+1
quest.
damage.
You're going on the quest yourself, wouldn't you? Wouldn't need anyone else. He's dead.
Oh shit! I
He's
fumbled. Who did I hit?
Fucking
yeah.
King Harold everyone all the way down south.
So as you reach back to the house, you notice that the gates of the compound are open.
Is there normally somebody guarding the compound entrance?
Every time you've arrived, the gates have been closed and they've been open from within. Yeah.
It's for bailiffs, for bankrupt.
Rush forward.
Yeah, is there any kind of like tracks on the ground? Anything that shows like scuffling?
There are tracks, but there always are. This is the main entrance,
Okay.
so there's always it's pretty rutted and furrowed here. So this is horses and carts and stuff in and out all the time.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll also rush forward.
Okay, as you move up to the house, as you move up to the gate, sorry, you can see through the gateway that the house is dark and quiet. Can you roll me, so Bayor and Rorik, can you roll me perception, please?
I shall use my inspiration.
Ooh, okay.
Do we all arrive there at the same time? Or we all staggered?
Conveniently. Well, some of you might come up behind now as people are standing outside.
Yeah, I'd imagine I'd probably be the latest one. Actually.
I love how both rolls were terrible. I got 11.
11. You can't really tell anything.
12 for me.
12, no. All you can see is a dark house. It seems quite quiet.
Ayo!
It's off to work we go.
There's no reply from inside.
Right. How did we know you would know a dwarf song?
It's in the blood.
Just. It had to be the half dwarf quoting that song.
It's the Craghearth national anthem.
It has to be now.
It has to be now. That's it.
So you're up to the gate.
Yep.
Is anyone else moving up to the gate?
I'm looking for a sleeping beauty.
Okay. Have you got good eyesight, Becky?
It's not terrible.
She does need to go to the opticians, to be fair.
I do.
Okay. So yeah, you can see no one moving in any of the windows or the courtyard.
Was Lady Cressida still at home?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to sprint into the house then.
I'm going
Okay.
to draw my rapier, and I'm going to leisurely walk into the house as well. I do have dark light vision because I'm a half elf, so I do have some.
What's your half-light vision?
I think it's
distance?
60 feet. Yeah,
60
the
feet.
usual.
Okay. Once you're inside the compound, you can notice what looks like a candlelight flickering in an upper story window.
Somebody's left the light on.
Where are all of you at the moment?
I'm going over the wall.
Cat is racing into the house.
Cat, heal!
Wrong speech.
Just
Hadroy is walking to the house. What's Roderick doing?
Rorik,
sorry.
not Wadwick.
Roderick.
I'd probably stay with Bayor for now, but when I get into the house, rather than kind of storm it with everybody, I might check sort of the ground floor.
Okay,
skim that
so
bit.
as Cat rushes ahead towards the steps up to the main door, as the three, Rorik, Sir Bayor, and Hadroy move into the yard, as you cross the courtyard in front of the house, shapes detach themselves from the walls and move forward towards you.
what the
Shapes of what?
Like I said, I'm climbing the wall.
Yeah, you're climbing the wall, yeah. So as you reach the top, what you notice when you reach the top, Valen, is you can look down on the courtyard and you see your four friends. Cat is out in front, nearly reaching the steps. The other three are halfway across the yard, and placed around them are 4 or 5 shadowy figures.
So I recognise what these shadowy figures are. I'm a bit elf, so I've got night vision or dark vision or whatever
They're
it's called.
humanoid. They're 5.5 to 6 feet tall, dressed in dark clothing. They're all armed.
With what?
Swords, short swords, that sort of thing.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I point out my sword and I say,
so-
don't let them get too close to you.
So, can I have some initiative, please?
No.
Nope, I refuse point blank to give you any initiative
Or maybe
whatsoever.
you can.
Roll plus dex, isn't it?
Heck, that's good.
I've got me right. Oh, right.
Wow. Okay, so that's a 23, 19. What's a Bayor? Oh my good god.
Wow, we really are on the spectrum here of up and down.
Okay, so
23? How the hell did you get that?
What happens is when you get a dexterity of 5 and you roll an 8.
Wow, 5.
I pushed a lot.
Okay, so Harurai, you get first move on these guys. They've got to
Okay.
close from the walls towards you first.
Oh, can I get to the door? I mean, do I have a clear path into the actual building?
You think they'll be on you before you can actually reach the door.
Oh.
The only person that stands a chance of reaching the door is actually Cat before they get attacked.
Right. In which case, having drawn my rapier, I'm going to move in for the attack. Whilst I scream out, "Cat, forget the heal thing! You can run." Meow!
I paid no attention
I'm
to
going to
before.
attack.
I pay none now.
It's a perfect way. Yeah, I'm going to attack.
Okay. If you want to roll an attack.
I have no idea what I'm rolling.
No idea what you're rolling.
Well, other than I'm rolling a d20.
Well, what are you doing?
Attacking with my sword.
So proficiency
Roll
bonus
your
plus
attack.
your strength bonus, unless it's a finesse weapon. Is it a long sword, short sword?
It's a
Rapier.
rapier.
It's a
I would
rapier.
imagine it is
Oh,
finesse.
okay, then you can
Dex
use dex. So dex bonus plus proficiency bonus, which is +2, and add a d20.
So it's +7 on this.
Yeah, and then right,
That'd be 25.
and then
25.
write that in the 80k bonus column next to rapier in the weapon chart in the middle of the character sheet. And then your damage, I believe, is 1d6 plus 5.
Let me get to that in a minute. 1d6 plus 5.
Yeah, you've managed
7.
to hit it. 7 points of damage. Okay. So yeah, you take you slash out with your rapier, and you're very quick, and you manage to just catch him on the side, and he just folds that way a little bit as you hit him.
Right.
Jason.
Hello, yes. So, excuse me. I'm going to move in close to where Hadorai is and kind of keep my back to him, so I'm helping defend him, essentially to use Fighting Star to help him. But for now, I will go with my long sword, two-handed at the nearest one to me.
Okay.
And that is 24.
24 is also a hit.
I bloody well hope so with that. 10. Have I got a D10? Yes, I do have a D10. Jesus. That is a 5.
5. Okay.
5 damage.
Yes, you managed to hit him as well, and he flinches back with a shock of sudden pain you've dealt him.
Yeah, I think I'll use my action surge as well, which gives me another action on top of that. And I attack it again.
Okay.
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh,
19.
interesting.
What's your rule for crits, Phil?
Double damage.
Double damage. Fabuloso.
Is that rolling twice the dice or rolling your normal damage and double?
Rolling normal damage and doubling.
Normal damage and double.
That's
16.
16.
That's more
right.
like it.
Okay. Yeah, you managed. That guy crumples in front of you and falls to the floor in a sad, like mewling sound as he collapses into a pile. Right. The next are actually the black-clad figures all around you. So, okay. So, Ronnie, I take it your armor class is more than 2.
Oh, gold.
So against Hadorai, they get disadvantage because I'm next to him.
Okay. Yep. They roll crap in the
My armor class is 14.
The armor class is 14, so actually I did that wrong. So that is going to be a. That's 6 to hit. So that was an 8. So yeah, they missed you anyway, even with. Disadvantage. Becky, oh sorry, Kat, as you run towards the house, a big figure appears in the doorway blocking your entry into the house, and he shouts in a language you don't understand. He appears to be quite tall, quite wide, big black beard out over his black clothing, and he shouts to the others in the courtyard.
What does he say as I'm running toward him?
You don't understand what he says.
Oh.
But he draws a weapon in front of you. Okay. Next is your go.
Fireball.
Go on then.
Subtlety. Thy name is not Becky.
I don't
hello.
actually have the rules for it in front of me. I don't know what level it is even. Spell card. So, has somebody got a player's handbook to hand?
Yep. Thought it was like level 5 or something.
On the plus side, even if you don't burn this guy to a crisp, we're at least going to get a lot of lighting into the dark area
If
of the house.
Fireball doesn't kill it, there's no way I'm getting closer.
Fireball is 3rd level evocation. 150 feet, VSM. Each creature in 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a dex saving throw. Target takes 8d6 fire damage on a failed or half on a successful one, and you can upgrade to a higher level.
Can't.
A dex saving throw. Okay.
It's higher than I can cast. This is coming from the staff.
That's a 21.
That's going to pass. It'll be half damage. So I've just rolled 4d6.
Yes. Yeah, 40.
It's only 9 damage, unfortunately.
Actually, roll 8d6 and half it.
That's true, actually, because all of these were under.
She's rolled it now.
I'm better that. Okay, so 9.
You know,
12.
take the book literally.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a big blinding yellow flash in the courtyard, which puts everything into stark relief. Really, the shadows really go elongate and go really black. The guy sees this coming and manages to turn behind the closed door of the pair, but he gets caught on his right hand side, his shoulder down his side, by the fireball that blasts through into the house.
And then you'll see me sort of standing legs apart, staff out, pointing towards the door. There's more of that! Lay down your arms, or I'll blow them off.
Blow them off. Jay, from on top of the wall, you can see this this unfolding below you in the courtyard. You can see this fireball just been fired by Cat into the house. Just before you heard a guy shout in thieves' cant, "Kill them here, kill them in the yard, don't let them in the house."
Now you can hear me. Okay. Okay. So basically, they had a feeling that they'd probably be paid assassins or something. Okay. What is between me and the house? In the way of trees or buildings or any other thing between me and...
If you climb the wall next to the gate, which we've needed to done in any sort of short order, then the courtyard is between you and the house.
Oh, right. So there's basically just killing ground. There's no actual anything.
There's
me and them, basically.
From the gateways, it goes out and around. There's the house is set back. There's a courtyard in front with some stables to one side and gardens behind the house.
Okay. So this guy shouted this. How did the other thieves respond?
They all moved forward with a sort of crouched down, move forward. They seem to be, from your point of view, they seem to be professional, orderly. They seem to be cool. They seem to be moving in quite smoothly, quite dexterously. They seem well organized and fast.
Right. Okay. And one of one looks like the boss has basically just jumped back into the building again
He just sort of, like, as he saw his firebolt coming, he sort of turned
and ran into the
behind
house.
door. He
Leaped
didn't
into the
run, he
house.
just turned behind the door. So he's behind the closed door. It's a double door. One of them's open. He's behind the closed door.
I'm going to shout in Thieves' Camp from the wall. Quick run, the guards are coming.
Okay, so they all sort of pause for a second and just look around, but they know that you've got the wrong accent.
Okay, well, I mean,
But you've paused them for a second. Everyone's just stopped for a second. It might give your compatriots the edge.
okay, if they've paused and they've all kind of, what do you call it? I'm going to use my action to basically shoot an arrow.
Okay. You can pick one of the guys in the yard.
No, I'm gonna pick one of the guys street. That's some random person walking past. Yeah, I'm gonna pick one of the guys that I caught. I mean, you know,
Okay.
the ones we need to be shooting. Okay, so I'm using my bow, and I've rolled. Oh, bloody hell! 12.
12. Okay.
Are you using the arrows I gave you? Because that would be +1.
No, I'm just using a standard arrow.
That is. Okay, you're hitting the one that's approaching Sir Bayor.
That's good. And we do 9 points of damage.
Okay, you've hit him in the back, high up on the shoulder, and he falls forward towards Sir Bayor, actually, as this arrow thuds into his back.
There you go.
What you've noticed, Sir Bayor, is in this fight so far, is they don't seem to be particularly well armoured.
They weren't expecting to be surprised, that's why.
What do you want to do? It's your go.
Oh, so all right. Okay, they missed their goal then.
Well, he's just been hit in the back by an arrow, so he isn't going to...
Yeah. He's lying on the floor. Is there another one?
He's not lying on the floor. He's been hit in the back and he's staggered forward. He's just by the force of it. He's just gone forward. He's not knocked down at all.
Okay. I'll ram my shield into his face and then drag it aside while I swing down with my sword.
Okay.
A long arc. And I shall roll on attack. Oh dear, that's a 6.
It's a 6.
That's a critical fail. That's a 1 on the dice.
Okay, obviously him staggering forward is put you a little bit off your stroke there, because as he moves forward, you lunge forward with your shield, but as he staggers, you sort of pass him, so he's gone past your shield now, to your like open side, and as he does that, he turns and swipes out with a short sword. Doing, oh, sorry, his attack is 20.
Hit.
It's a hit for. Oh dear. Obviously, he is off balance himself. He actually does 4 points of damage.
Scrapes against my ribs. Yeah, bastard.
Okay, so back to the top then, Ronnie. Sorry, Haverai.
I'm going to slash and hit and smack again.
Okay.
Because it feels good. I'll probably be doing that next turn. Unless they're very, very unarmored, and an 8 is good enough to smack them.
An 8 is not good enough to smack him.
Then I'll be doing it next turn. But
Okay.
I'm going to miss him with a flurry. I meant to do that.
Yeah, as Hadaroi swings his rapier and thrusts forward in a very flourishing manner, he misses and
How
somehow
how
turns
many
it into a
more?
pirouette.
Yeah, how many more of these shadow creatures are around us?
Well, there was 5 in the courtyard,
Mhm.
1 in front of Cat. You've dropped one of them,
Okay.
so there's 4 left in the courtyard.
Right. So
Sure, go.
yes, I know it is. So I'm gonna sling my shield down in front of me and say, "You bards with your drawing in the air, useless!" And I try and get the one that he was trying to attack with my sword instead.
Okay.
And I got a 12.
A 12. Okay, you hit.
Oh, okay. I really wasn't expecting that. Here. I am rolling terribly on damage die. That is a 1. I don't even get a plus for that. It's just a 1.
That's a 1. Okay. Okay.
I give him a paper cut.
So he changes his attack from the guy that's flapping his rapier around in the air to you, Rorik, to do. That is. I forgot what it plus is.
Pluses.
Plus.
Lots of pluses.
That's 19.
Ooh.
Oh, my AC is 19.
Is it? Okay. So he manages to glance off your new armor
Mm-hmm.
with his short sword, which puts him slightly off balance because he's gone and overreached. He's overextended with that sliding off your armor. Cat, the one in front of you reappears in the doorway and shouts again in this language you don't understand, and he moves forward, drawing 2 swords from his belt. So Bayor, one attacks you, and he attacks you doing 12.
No, AC is 18.
18. Okay, yeah. So he's parrying you. You're sorry. He's swinging at you. You're managing to parry it away with your sword quite easily. He's obviously not got your sort of skill level. So, Cat, what do you want to do
I
now?
did make a mistake last time. I've just seen in my notes here that the fireball this staff casts is the 5th level version.
Oh.
Oh,
So
okay.
would that have added some
How many
D6s?
points? It would have.
Yes.
I would imagine it's 2 more.
Mm-hmm. Toward. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
it would have been an extra 3 damage, rounded down.
Extra 3 damage. Okay.
Thank you for allowing me to retcon that, because my feeble attacks are the only thing between me and the boss at the moment. So as he approaches me, and I'm thinking, well, fire didn't work. Let's try lightning.
He's
Mm-hmm.
he is. You can see he's burnt.
Yeah.
There's smoke rising from his shoulder, from his
but it
back,
didn't stop
but
him.
he is moving forward. It didn't stop him.
Okay,
No.
so I'm going to try lightning bolt. Again, I don't have the description, I'm afraid, because it's from the staff.
Okay. What level would
5th.
that be? 5th level. Okay.
So I'm just letting the lightning rip as I sort of stand there, legs akimbo, and the staff out like this, pointing toward him.
What have you got?
No, it's usually him making a save against my spell save DC.
Okay. What is it? Sorry.
My DC is 13, unless it says it's a spell attack, in which case I roll a dice.
Casting on one action, range self, duration instantaneous spell. No, it doesn't say it's a spell attack here. It doesn't say
Has it
it's
got a
not.
saving throw?
Not the one I'm looking
Okay,
at. No,
that'll be an
I'm
attack.
online.
So,
Okay.
oh, natural 20.
What can you do? It's a
Want
hit.
to see.
It's 1d6 for every level higher than third.
Plus a base amount of dice or something?
It's 1d6 for each level, effectively. Each spell slot
Oh,
level.
so 5d6 total. That's one
Yeah.
less.
Double.
That's one less than fireball.
Double because you natted.
Sorry?
That's what it says here. At higher levels, the damage increases by 1d6 for each slot level above third.
I thought, what's the basic attack?
4d6.
Alright, so 66 total. Okay.
Yes,
And doubled because it's a crit.
because it's a crit.
Okay. 6664. 22. Not quite as good. 26, 30, 34. 6655. So 34, 40, 46, 56 in the
Okay.
left eyeball.
Do you want to describe how you dispatch him?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, I'm stood there, legs akimbo, and I launched this lightning strike at him. And what I'm unprepared for, it's kind of like, you know, how static electricity kind of attracts in the same way. As I come to sort of recoil back from this, unbeknownst to me, I'm kind of lifting him up. And he flies up into the air. I was like, oh, and he disappears out of the courtyard before landing in a singed black heap, and probably quite a brittle body at the point of impact as well, which seriously alarms Bertrand, the hay farmer, whose cart it lands within.
Maybe even setting it alight. Okay, so yes, the doorway is now clear.
Then I'll use
Jay,
my
from
move
your
action
perch
to
on top,
bolt into the house. I'm going to head up to the
you
light.
bolt into the house, some parts of which are on fire from your fireball. Jay, from your perch on top of the wall, you can see now there's
I'll shoot another arrow at one of the guys.
there's still four alive in the courtyard.
Yeah. Cool. I'll shoot one of them.
For anyone particular?
Well, there's four of them. Well, hold on. There's 3 against 4 at the moment, isn't there?
Yes.
So who's got 2 on them?
At the moment, one of the bad guys has got Hadarai and Rorik on him. One is attacking.
How many? I mean, there's 4 bad guys and 3 good guys. So one of the so there must be some.
One is attacking, say, Sir Bayor, and the other 2 aren't engaged yet.
Oh, right. So that's basically just hanging around.
They're moving in. They're looking for this. They're trying to. You can see they're trying to work their way behind your friends.
Okay, I'll shoot one of them then. I can. Ooh, hello. 20.
Okay, 20's a hit.
Okay, excellent. And the damage. Ooh, 8. So that's 12 damage.
Okay, so you've hit one. Yep. You hit him fairly square in the leg, and he stops moving towards the group and starts moving away. He's actually obviously quite badly damaged. He's dragging his leg behind him.
Okay.
Okay, Sir Bayor.
So they are the muted. This gentleman thief that's been attacking me, this assassin, will take a stroke. I'll try stab this time rather than a slice. That might be easier. So I come in, pull my elbow back and stab him at the stab. Getting a 21.
21 is a hit.
the dice roll thing on roll 20 as he's hiding the damage. 9 points.
9 points.
So
Yeah, he's
a reasonably hefty stab there into the one that's already got the arrow in his shoulder.
same side. Okay, yeah, he starts favouring that side quite heavily, and he's defending himself, but he also starts moving backwards towards the gate.
Okay. Follow.
Back to the top to Hadorai.
Yep, gonna hit him again.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and hit him better than last time.
No drawing in the air.
Right, I'm going to draw in the air with an 18.
Okay, that's a hit.
No drawing in the air, indeed. My artistic ability has made its point. All pun intended. And that's 10 damage.
Okay. So obviously, when Rorik was fighting him, he stabbed out and hit him on the side, which made him move across into the path of your stab. And you dispatch him.
Please save me from the bard jokes.
Do you get the point of my artistic flourish now, my dear boy?
Rorik, it's now your go.
Yeah. So, is there still one or two moving up?
There's still one there. Yes, you can turn and face him. He's been moved behind you.
Oh yes, I turn and face him. In fact, I charge. If that's possible, if I'm far away enough.
Yes, you can do that.
Coolio. Although I can never remember how the charge rules work. But I'm assuming I'm hitting because I got an 18.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's more like it. 10 damage.
10 damage. You hit it. So there's a shield charge, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. You bash right into him, and you see his short sword go flying from his hand as he's lifted bodily off the ground and lands on his back on the ground in front of you.
Yep. I try and if I can coup de grace him, I will, or if not, I'll put my foot on his chest.
Okay, if you want to roll an attack for the coup de grace.
All right.
A good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. 19.
Okay, yes, you managed to do it.
Lovely.
Describe how you dispatched the man.
Yeah, so smack him down to the ground, put my foot on his chest, and just kind of hold my sword. Nice little thrust.
There's a shout from behind you, in this language you don't understand, and the two injured men are making all best speed towards the gate. Cat, you're now inside the house. The what's called tapestries, the hangings on the back wall are on fire, and the table has been knocked over, and lots of things are singed and burnt from your fireball. What do you want to do?
Heading to the room that had the light. I'm running.
Okay, you go up the stairs and down the main corridor. The door to Cressida's room is open.
I go in.
You go in. It's dark inside. There's no candlelight. There's no light at all. But you can see the shape, the dark form of a person lying on the floor.
I go to it.
Okay, yeah, you can see that is Cressida. She is unconscious. You look about you, and the window is open.
I'm paying no more attention to her. I'm now looking for the eye. I know she hid it upstairs. It will be somewhere in this room.
Okay. Do you want to roll a I forget what it is now. I don't want to get it the wrong one.
Investigation, wouldn't it be?
Investigation, yes.
20 unnatural. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, you start your search for the eye. Are you going to light a candle to do this, or are you doing it with your vision, your dark light vision?
Yeah, I mean, cats can't see in the dark, but they see in low light just fine. It's colours they struggle with, which is why I've always not picked up when you've used colour to describe people's clothes and stuff. So, yeah, I don't imagine this level of light poses a particular problem to me.
It's not full darkness by
Failing
any
that,
sort of
stick the
stretch of
door open
imagination.
because the flames will light the place soon enough.
Yeah, you can start your search, but at the moment it's pretty fruitless. You can find
No.
what
It's
appears
not
to be.
fruitless. I have it memorised. Excellent. I will blow a spell slot. Detect magic. It's got to be glowing here somewhere.
Okay. Nothing in the room lights up.
What the fuck?
Apart from the stuff that you're actually wearing and holding yourself.
Somebody's nicked it.
Or she's run off with it.
She's
Wet
right
her
there.
face a few times till she gets conscious. Trying not
Because
to
that will
glow.
always bring her around, yeah. She
Just crawl on her, then she'll get up.
Where is it? Have they taken it?
They've taken it. Don't know.
Who were they? Who do they work for?
No. She passes out again.
Helpful.
Jay,
Wake up!
Back in the courtyard. Jay, what are you doing back in the courtyard?
I would shout, "Don't let them get away!" And I stop.
The other Jay. Sorry, Jay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So basically, two of them have run off. You say?
They were heading towards the gate, all at speed.
Okay, well, that means they've got to get past me to do that. So I'm going to basically make a dash along the wall as one of my cunning actions, which I can do. Which is basically a free action. So I'll dash along the wall and towards the gate. And then once I get there, I'm going to shoot another one, but I'm going to aim for the legs. I want to question one of these guys.
Okay. So you run like a almost like a cat along the top of the wall to the gateway where you've narrowed the angle and the range to the two leaving. One is dragging his leg behind him and he's being helped by his friend.
And I rolled 12.
12 is a hit.
Oh, that's all right. I was a bit worried that it would be, but and like I said, I'm aiming for the leg. One of them. If one of them gets away, fine.
Okay.
I just want one down. 9 points of damage.
Okay, the one with the arrow in his leg, you hit his other leg, and he falls to his knees and then flat on the floor. His friend sort of like stops for a second and then leaves.
Okay, I'll hop down and walk over to the body on the floor.
Okay.
I'm going to kneel down on him, on his back. Is he flat on his face?
He's flat on his face, yes.
I'll kneel down on his back with my other hand on the back of his head and pulling him by the hair. He's pulling his head up so he can speak.
He's fallen flat and he's gone like that, and his short sword's gone off and away from him, if you know what I mean.
That's all right. So I'm pulling his hair up so his head has been pulled back so he can talk. I'm kneeling on his back and I'm basically going to grab one of the arrows and start twisting at the same time as asking him who he is, where he came from, and who hired him.
Okay, so you do that, you twist the arrow and he screams loudly and you see lights coming on down the street away from you.
It's all right. I'm happy. Just keep on doing it.
Never talk.
Yeah, I'll keep twisting the arrow until he actually does talk.
Are you talking to him? What language are you using to talk to him?
I use thieves' cant.
Oh, okay. He says to you in thieves' cant, if you know what's good for you, you'll let me go. If you know what's good for you, you'll have nothing more to do with this. You don't know what you've got yourself into. Let me go.
fully aware of what I've got myself into, but I think you probably don't know what you've got yourself into. If you want to get out, who hired you?
I don't know who hired us. That's not something I know. All
What
I know is I'm
family do you
getting
belong
paid.
to? What family do you belong to?
I belong to the Galgathin family.
Uh-huh. Okay. And whereabouts can I find your head? Family head.
I'm not going to tell you that. If he wants to see you, you'll see.
I'll twist the
He says
arrow
as you
again.
twist the arrow again. Yeah.
As just you tell me, because you know, at the end of the day, if he's going to invite me anyway, which he probably will.
Okay. He pushes himself up. He tries. You're kneeling on his back, but he pushes himself up as far as he can on his hands, trying to struggle up.
Do I need to do a strength roll to keep him down, or
Yeah, please.
so it would be a strength save, wouldn't it?
Yes.
6.
Okay, so he levers himself off, and you're in danger of being tipped off him.
Okay, basically, I'll step on at the same time. I'll yank the arrow I'm twisting straight out the back of his leg, ripping basically everything apart. He's not going to get very far, basically like that. And yeah, so as I get up, I'm yanking that out.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that, and he screams as he rolls over. Can you roll me a let me see, a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yep.
Where's my sheet?
I roll 21, 15.
Oh, okay. So you rolled a 21. He, as you stand up, as you rip the arrow from it, he screams out loud. His head goes back, and he screams, and he falls back to the ground. And his hand goes to his glove. He's got like a gauntlet type of glove comes up here. Goes to there, and he moves his hand back and puts it to his mouth.
All right, so basically, he just killed himself. I'll go for his clothes, see if there's anything in there.
And as he dies, foaming at the mouth, you see a little bit of a grimace grin and a bit of a chuckle comes from him as he.
Yeah, that's lots on you, mate. I'll go for his clothes.
Okay, Sir Bayor, what are you up to?
Well, that was going on. I was chasing down the other one that I stabbed earlier.
Oh, you've gone down the street. Okay,
Well,
you're chasing down the street.
Yeah, if he's
Okay. He's running away from you. What are you going to attack with?
my sword once I get within range. To try and hamstring him, so bring him down, and then drag him back. Well,
Okay, if you want to make an attack roll with advantage.
That would be a 17.
17. Okay, yeah, that's a hit. We're going to roll some damage for me.
9 slashing again.
9 slashing damage. 3, 4, 2, 2, 3. Okay. That was the one that was attacking you earlier, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Your sword swing must have been a little bit more powerful than you was actually intending, because you killed him.
Okay. Grab all of his leg and drag him back anyway.
Okay, by now people are poking their heads out of houses and saying, well, asking what's going on. What are you doing? What are you doing with him?
Stay indoors.
Oh, I see armored men and dragon. As we see an armored man dragging a dead body, they will do exactly that. They don't get involved in that sort of thing. So they will go back indoors. But you do get asked that 7 more times as you walk up the street, dragging the body. So what's everyone doing back at the house?
I got things I need to do quickly.
Okay.
I'm going to go in to make sure that Cat is
You'll
okay.
meet me sprinting out the house at high speed, leaving behind the lady because she served her usefulness.
You'll be all right then.
I sprint out the house and I'm looking where I shot that guy because I'm assuming he was carrying the stone. So the stone either left his body at the point I shot him or at some point on that arc. So, if it's still in one piece, I've still got Detect Magic up, which will help if it's still in one piece and emitting magic. And if it's not emitting magic, it's not a problem. Sort of, but I want to see shards of it. So I'm still going to look in case it's broken.
Sure. Okay. You can look
She
around
said
the
it couldn't be
courtyard,
broken
and
without
there's
the unlock,
nothing.
so it will be intact.
There's nothing in the
So I'm going to follow
courtyard.
the arc of the body to where I want to find the remains.
Okay. You can find the remains fairly easily because they are still smoking, so you can see there's an indication of where they are. They've landed in like say this guy's hay cart, so he's sort of like standing there and he's trying to pull the body out off his hay anyway.
All right. How much is this hay worth and the cart?
Well, not much, maybe a couple
Okay,
silver.
I'll hand him a gold piece. And then I'm going to start going through the hay, just clawing it out and using my claws as like a sieve. And,
Okay,
and
yeah, yeah.
remains, of course. Just sieving through the whole lot.
Once you've emptied the cart, you find nothing.
That'll have taken me quite a while.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing back in the house?
I'm heading to see if there's anyone still in the house. Clearly, Cat no longer it is. I don't need to see whether Cat's all right or not. She's not there.
She's left.
She bolted.
I'd probably check for any servants if there are any left.
Oh, okay then. Rorik finds the servants locked in the cellar.
Put the fire out.
Oh, how many
Only a
are there?
couple.
Okay.
Servants. There are a few. There's maybe sort of like 6 or 7 servants.
Okay.
They do have small injuries, like they've suffered like a few cuts from some sword prods, a black eye, cut lip, from being forcibly removed from the house to the cellar.
Yeah. All right. I bash any kind of lock or the door, and get it open.
Nice.
And
oh, thank God you got back. It was terrible.
who are those, or who were those people?
That's the Assassins Guild.
They're
That's
a
the only
guild.
people it could be.
You need to attend to your lady, I think. Do you know where she is?
I've no idea. They took her away. I only hope she's still alive.
Okay. I'm gonna head out again to one of the maybe that first one I killed and see if there's any kind of emblem that is on his clothes of this guild.
Okay. When you sort of like you can't find anything on his clothes. He's wearing quite plain stuff. There's no personal items on the clothing at all. But how far are you going?
Well, if there's something on the clothes, I then check for anything like a brand or a tattoo.
Okay, you find a tattoo, sort of like left-hand side up on the chest.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I make a mental note of it.
Yeah, it's sort of like shaped like a knot, like a Celtic knot type of item.
Okay. Okay. I'll probably then head over to where Kat is and say, "Did you manage to find Cressida?"
Yes. She's unconscious in her room.
The servants will find her then. What are you doing?
Looking for the eye. It's gone.
Well, I imagine so. Someone's probably taken
Yes. And it wasn't this man.
it. So why are you looking in this hay?
That's where he landed.
How do you know for sure it was him?
I put him there.
But they locked up the servants. One could easily have nipped
Yes,
upstairs
it
to the
clearly
room.
wasn't him who had the eye, but I wanted to check as he was the leader of those men.
Well, it's not him.
Anyone else do anything?
I'm going to check on Lady Cressida and make sure she's okay.
Okay, you can find her unconscious on the floor. She is injured. They obviously had to torture the information out of her.
Where hadn't we thought of that?
I need to find. I try and find any sort of bucket or large goblet, pail, something. I'm going to fill it with water.
Yeah, you can do that. There's water in a room in a jug in a big basin.
Oh, she's got a jug of water. That's okay. Throw it on her. That'll wake her up.
She does.
Oh.
That's all right. I can take. That's all right. If it turns out to be the bedpan, she can take the piss. Not a problem.
Me. She does. She starts awake when you do that, and then she grabs her abdomen. Oh! She.
I now shout sort of out to the general. Anyone here know how to do like first aid, a healing? The lady here could do with a bit of patching up. It's not my area of expertise.
I will be there in a moment.
Good man.
Rushing up the stairs.
Get the rest of the servants to sort out this conflagration.
Yeah, they'll
That was-
start throwing water
that was
and
the point.
beating the flames out. Yeah.
Alright. So Bayo will rush up the stairs into the bedroom and kneel down beside this ailing woman.
Okay.
She seems to be a little worse for wear. She's, as you can see, she's perspiring quite heavily. I'm not going to tell him I just threw a jug of water on her.
It was waterboarding, wasn't it? They waterboarded her.
Were you
Medicine ball.
beating my lady, or is there some internal injuries, poisons maybe?
I will leave her in your far more expert care.
She says beaten, but when she moves her hand, there's blood there as well. I think one of them had a knife. She said.
Hold still. Let me have a look. Let's examine the wound, and while I'm doing that, I shall use cure light wounds upon her. Not
okay.
cure light wounds. Healing hands, whatever it's called. My paladin ability. Not knowing how much damage she's taken, I shall put a full 10 points into her.
Okay. So that just works, does it?
1 for 1 as far as I'm aware, yeah.
Yes, lay on hands.
Yeah.
She does come around. She's thank you, Sir Bayor. That was made me feel much better. I was afraid I was going to die. No one came to rescue me. Can you please help me to the bed?
scoop her up, yes. Carry her over to the bed.
Mhm.
She says, I don't think I'm going to be able to travel with you, but you must leave as soon as you can. They're obviously on the trail. They obviously know that we haven't lost it now, because they obviously knew all along we hadn't lost it.
That may explain the troop of soldiers I saw leaving town.
If they're ahead of you, you need to travel as soon as possible.
We shall.
But if I don't come with you, I was hoping I could be some help to you. I now cannot be that help unless there's some way we can communicate over a huge distance.
I know not of any way. Perhaps the our magician friend. She's a lot more powerful than I assumed.
Can you call
Perhaps she
Cat?
does.
Can you call Cat for me?
I shall.
And she reaches out and says, "Io, come here."
Sorry about that.
She
Here,
says,
kitty.
Cat.
She says, "Io, come here." And Io leans over the bed and she whispers to her, and Io goes off. Is Cat
Go
coming?
find-
Um,
go find the
Once I've
cat.
finished with the cart, I will actually return to the room anyway, because I'm going to try and see if I can pick up some kind of track for the thief that took the eye.
Okay. When you walk in the door, you arrive back in the room just after Io arrives, who hands Cressida something, and she says, "Now you are to travel without me. I need to know what's going on. So please, Cat, will you take this?" And she holds up a scroll for you.
What is it?
You can unfurl it, and you can see it's a 3rd level evocation spell of sending.
Right. But the eye, we must find the eye that we just lost. And I go to the windowsill and start seeing if I can pick up any sign of whoever's left.
Yeah, you can tell that it seems like they've gone out the window, and down the outside of the house, and out through the garden and over the wall at the back of the property.
I've got quite a head start. I don't think I'll be able to track them through this city. But there is one thing I could try. No, I don't have the range.
Cressida says, if they've retrieved the eye, the only way we can stop them now is by reaching the second one first. You must leave as soon as possible.
So we either go somewhere in an entire desert or somewhere in a palace. The palace seems like smaller grounds to me.
Lot more soldiers.
Killed everyone that sent at us. Frankly, I'd take a frontal assault over the castle than heading to the desert.
Well, it is 11:06, so we'll leave it there for tonight.
Okay.
Very good job so far. Everyone can level up.
Sweet.
Whoa!
The Ironstone will come
I
in
will
handy.
do
It'll
that.
finally match Ronnie's spell save DC.
All I want to know is, why is a cat afraid to go to a desert? I mean, doesn't a desert just represent the greatest, biggest bloody litter box in history?
Oh, yeah, Egyptians too.
You know, it's just huge. Again, litter box. Huge. Miles of it.
The grains are too fine. I prefer, gravel.
Oh dear.
Alright guys, we're going to stop streaming now. Thank you for watching, and
See you later, Stephen.
let me just have
Thank
a quick
you.
look at the analytics. Was it just Steve?
Oh.
Yeah, it was just Steve. So thank you for watching, Steve. If you do catch up with this feud, thank you for watching too. I don't think anybody else is currently watching this campaign, so sorry for the sound issues, and we'll see you on Friday on Parageeks 1 when we live stream, and then next Monday, Parageeks 2 for the next installment of Signs and Portents.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, folks.
Night.
I did the wrong thing. I left the call instead of ending the stream.